Happy Friday. How is everyone doing? Gotta turn this off. Sorry, I'm a couple minutes late. There's a big storm gathering outside, so we'll see how we do. All right, so we're just gonna wing it. Okay, first thing I wanted to say was if you want a good laugh, go to James Carville's last video that he talks about Trump's hands. I was on my way back from my beach walk this morning, and he made me laugh out loud. And I really thought it was funny. I think you'll think it's funny too. So if you want a good laugh for the weekend, watch that last video. It's not very long. Lots of a couple of F-bombs in there and some good old Southern charm. Okay. Also wanted to say thank you to Sally B and for my Amazon wish list, and Frederick B for a PayPal donation. And I just want to thank you very much. It's very sweet of you. All right. Just a couple of announcements, please. Don't forget to work on your vision boards and keep them gradient. I'm not talking about putting a giant beach house on your vision board. I'm talking about, just a couple of steps for your next goals. And I'll talk more about that on Tuesday. July 26th, on a Saturday, I am going to have a tarot, like a 2.5-hour tarot seminar teaching how to read on relationships, specifically relationships, how you're seen, how the person thinks of you, what the blocks are, strategic answers, all that kind of thing. And you can email me at thewayofpositivechange@gmail. So thewayofpositivechange@gmail. And that's $39.99 for that seminar. And then I also wanted to remind you that the new 8-week tarot course begins on Wednesday, July 2nd. And there's still plenty of room if you'd like. There's usually a very good turnout for it, and it's good. But there's room, and you can email me there for thewayofpositivechange at Gmail if you want to. I'll send you all the 411 on the sign-up information. It starts pretty soon. Okay, so I want to start out. I just want to see. I went back and I watched. I went back, so you don't need to. Went back and watched my old video on my dream, on both of the dreams that I had, but specifically the one that I had where I was talking about how bad it was going to get, and that we had one more year. Okay, and I just want to look at. Because if you'll remember, if anyone remembers the dream videos, I was crying. I was crying happy tears, but it was because we had been through so much. It had just been horrible. So I want to ask, let's clear these out. It's getting dark over here. I want to know. Oh yeah, Jim Jordan. I will if I get a chance. If I lose you guys, I'll have to come back tomorrow. Okay. So I'm back on dog duty again today. All right, so let's just see. Let's first start with something cheery. Is the second half of 2025 going to be much better for us light workers and Democrats as a whole? The second half, will we have anything to cheer for? Do we have people to root for? Obama came out and spoke. I think he isn't hyperbolic in any way, and I think the tide is turning. And there's the big thunder. All right, so is it going to get better? I just want to ask the most important questions first. Second half of 2025, God, please. Now, when I did the video in the green shirt on the August 16th, 2024, when I heard we had one more year, this was the character that kept coming up. So everything that is being done has been stolen, maneuvered. We've been lied to, tricked. And this thief steals again. So not only is he stealing, he's going to go over and put the swords down, because he's carrying as many as he can carry. He's going to go set them down, and he's already looking back, thinking, I'm going to set these down. I'm going to go back and go get those other two, right? And this has become my Elon Musk card, because when I asked it, because it is, okay. We are simply not aware, and this is what came up for Kamala Harris when she kept getting the Four of Swords. We are not aware as to the depths of their debauchery, to their malefic intentions and actions. We're just simply not, we just haven't been informed. And when we find out, we're going to be floored. And we're going to cry tears of joy that we did find out and we got to save. But right now, our hearts are broken. Our hearts are broken for other people, for people who got cheated out of their rightful place, for the separation that our country is in. And here are all the lies and the speculations and all the Christy Gnome cosplay photos, and we're not going there. We're not going there because I do believe in karma. I'm not going there. Okay. It looks like our world, we are waking up. We're starting to wake up. We're showing up for our protests, but we don't have enough yet. We're getting there. We're getting more close. Our guides and angels are saying, come on, get up. There's more to do. There's more to do. All right. And we're meeting up against the law, right? They have control. And so we have to bump up against that first. And then, that's why Jupiter can help us out. But right now, they're using Jupiter, like JD Vance is going to California. JD Vance is going to California I can't imagine how he's going to dress up. I wonder if he gets in uniform. And he's in that Jupiter overreach and grandstanding, just like he did when he went to Greenland. But I think I immediately felt bad for him. I thought, oh boy, this is dumb. This isn't going to work out to your benefit. This is exactly what, when Jupiter gets in your head and you can take it the wrong way, it can just be over. It can be overindulgence, right? Okay, we have hope for the future, but this is a very hard rock we're bumping up against because it has been set there by thieves. All right, there's no other way for me to say this. The thief has arranged this, and we're working diligently, we're trying, and we are receiving help. It gets better. But there will be some people, it definitely gets better, but there will be some people who are afraid to change some things because they don't know what will happen with the economy, or they don't know what will happen with Iran, and they're just afraid. They're afraid of change. They're afraid of Kamala Harris, or they think that she's not good, or that Democrats are not good. So there's fear. There's fear on their part. There's fear on our part. So, but there's still a lot of lies here. We have to get to the truth. So 1 year, that 1 year dream takes us to August August 16th. Well, we'll just say the end of August because they said one more year. So what happens then in this last part of 2025? What happens? What do we need to know about? Boy, it's really rolling in, you guys. Everyone just continues to go along with Trump. And there's just big fights at every turn. This is exactly what we got for Gavin Newsome. We're going to talk about that. He's going to end up winning. This is the fight that we saw, that there would be a wobble, but he ends up coming out the winner. All right, we get assistance. We're getting help. You're definitely going to get help. And that is giant. And somebody with big money and big name and big backing is going to come to our side. In the meantime, this is all about money. It really is all about money and who gets the tax breaks. That's really all this is about, right? Keep praying. Keep reaching out to others. Now we've awakened because they're taking more from us. So the grifts keep on, the grifts and the lie continue. So we have to go to court. Will the court cases start this year? Well, because the thief keeps thieving. Will the court cases start this year? Will the court cases against Donald Trump start? Well, maybe I should reshuffle because that was too vague. We have to be very precise. Will the court cases against the Trump administration begin this year? I'm going to take this as a yes. Okay? E. Jean Carroll's just now starting to going to be getting her money, So that's how long some of these things can take. Well, the court cases against the Trump administration, I need to ask, Well, the court cases against the Trump administration. Thank you, Square Peg. Will the court cases start this year to address the Trump and the thievery amongst what they stole from the Democrats? Will the court cases begin this year? Boy, it's going to take us. We're waiting. Well, here's a 7. We're fighting. We're waiting. We're fighting. Hurry up. 7, 8, 9. Something will have come to an end. Okay, so there's been a change. Thank God. Okay. But MAGA is still with him. And then there is judgment. People rise up. And it takes a long time for this to all come about, but we're going to be feeling better about it. There's so much thievery and the hiding. and the nebulous soup of important information that it's hard to get to everything. But it will. It will. So quick changes for the better when it starts. But we've got 7, 8, and 9. So is this the 7th, 8th, and 9th month? You know, there's a, and this is after something comes to an end, right? And I keep seeing that there's going to be some people aren't going to make it through this. All right, so this is better. And then I just want to look at our 2026. This, when we're seen as this, it's our birthday card, right? Remember, every single day is our birthday. Start celebrating now. Imagine how it's going to feel. That's the way to manifest. Imagine how it's going to feel. Imagine that feeling now. See yourself in that energy now. As it's already done. We're just flipping numbers on a calendar, and the thieving will get worse. Okay. We're seen as this. The outcome is this. The judgment comes. Okay. People have had it. So this is good. Now I just want to see, just for my own, for you, for you and I, but I want to be able to go back and look at this video to help me decipher as the cards reappear, just like the 7 of Swords. Okay, so will 2026 bring elect? Will 2026 elect a? Will there be a new presidential election in 2026? Will there be a new presidential election in 2026? It may be before then, but I'm just saying. Brian, the time, my dreams, I think I'm pretty sure that the angel would know if it was going to be in July or August. I mean, the angel told me it was 1 year, and I have every reason to believe that it's 1 year, and that would take us to August. Otherwise, when they woke me up, they would have said 10 months or 11 months, right? And that's till we get the knowledge that the tide is turning and that the truth is coming out. That doesn't mean that the liar isn't that the liar is going to stop lying. The liar is still going to lie, right? The lying administration is still going to lie consistently. All right, here comes the change. The celebration is hard to reach. The harvest is hard to get to, but there has been a death, an ending of one way, a new energy coming in. Delays have been off to the left here. They're working on it. We've made a terrible mess of everything, not us, but them, but everybody together. And it's hard. Everybody has to get along. Democrats may end up making this harder than what it needs to be. I mean, they can't even get who's going to be the chairperson and the vice chair and David Hogg and all that. All right, this is going to happen. It's going to happen. And there'll be a lot of energy going into that to build this up and get this fixed. And I'm going to have to do a lot more readings to find out what takes place in the meantime of this. Well, I mean, I can ask that right now, but I have so many questions, it's not even funny. All right, so what takes place then in 2026 up until they put this election together? Because we're still working on it. And I don't mean to elect someone in 28. I'm talking about getting someone in there before then. Will we have victory? Will we have victory? Hey, Kevin. Kevin's going to be here on my channel on, is it Tuesday the 24th, Kevin? I have to look on my calendar. Oh, we have victory. What takes place before then? A lot of fights, just a terrible amount of fights. This is the card I keep getting for Newsome. You know, he's up against it. This is tough. And we're fighting with other people in the world. People, they don't trust us. A lot of squabbles. We're getting our goals and our money in place. We have opportunity. There will be a new wind in our sail. There will be more opportunity seen. There will be people gathering together. There will be joyous celebrations. That's on my vision board. There will be joyous celebrations and family get-togethers and a reunion of sorts with the 10 of Pentacles and the 10 of Cups, and young people, and the new setting of goals. God, we'll probably have to. There's still fear. There is still fear. You know, what if they get back in, or what if this doesn't work? But it's going to be okay. We're going to be okay. And the question I'm going to ask next is if Elon Musk helps us. I know he's going to end up helping us, even if he trips over his own feet. But there's going to be somebody else, like a Bill Gates or some other person that's going to come along and lead a coalition, is what I heard. Coalition that's really going to, and this will have a lot to do with bigwigs in business too. So we are going to have victories, and we're okay here. But make no mistake about it, money is still going to be uppermost, and it can be to help, to help others. But we're going to be okay. Elon Musk end up helping us? Will Elon Musk ending up helping the Democrats? I read on it before. And it came up, yes. Let's see. Will Elon Musk end up helping the Democrats take down Donald Trump? If you want to work with your dreams more, can always get, blue kyanite. Can you guys see that? The blue on it, the blue shards. Just get a small piece of it. Or quartz crystal will help too, but blue kyanite's really very special. Not right now. He isn't. He is the thief. This is his card. Remember how Bill Barr's card, for those of you who've been with me forever, and I thank you. If you're new here, please subscribe. Help me out. I'm trying to get to 30,000. Woohoo! Okay, so he is forever. Musk is forever. And he's still very much in play in what's coming up because of Doge and everything else that he's had a hand in. Okay. But because he meets with resistance, and because he comes up against authority, and the mother of one of his children, Ziz's, is going to make a problem for him because she knows. All right, and so here's more of the fighting and the squabbles, contradictions, messages, lawsuits. This is a yes, and it's because he's going to be threatened by someone else that has a lot of money. So this is another huge entrepreneur. Maybe Musk won't be the richest man in the whole world. I know he was going back and forth between Bezos, but for a long time to get that title. But it looks to me, I think he loses the title, and I think somebody else gives him a run for his money. And I believe he ends up helping, even if it's a trip over his own feet or in a roundabout way. But it's after a big fight. It's after another really big fight. Okay. And it could have to do with AI. It could have to do with that Sam Altman of OpenAI. All right. Now, speaking of jerks, JD Vance is going, take your pick, Charlie Kirk, JD Vance. Charlie Kirk is the biggest POS. Okay. JD Vance is going to California for a photo op. He may even cosplay, and who knows? Maybe no one will be with him. That would be good. Maybe she can get out there again. And he's going to overreach, going to do some photo ops and grandstanding. Let's see how this turns out for him. JD Vance. I'm not hearing as much thunder. Maybe the storm went a little bit more north. All right, he thinks he's going to go to a playground, playtime up there. All right, and but he does have a little nervousness about it. There are people there that are mad. He will not be there by himself. He will struggle. He will have to move. There will be an original place where he was going to speak, and then they will move him. And then the tower. And it doesn't bear the fruit. It's going to be a lot like Greenland, I think. It just where he just doesn't have a harvest, and it ends up being a bleb, right? Because he's a bleb. You know, he's just a soggy couch cushion. Sorry. All he gets is soggy leftovers. Okay. All right. Now, speaking of soggy leftovers, Charlie Cook, co-founder of Turning Point USA and the CEO of Turning Point Academy and Turning Point Action and Turning Point Funding and all of this stuff. He went to, oh my God, how big of a jerk is he? He went to a young women's leadership summit in Dallas, Texas. And there were women there there were young women there, a 14-year-old specifically that was on camera, that wanted to ask him about her wishes and desires to become a political journalist, and could he offer any advice. And he said that, and he, instead of giving her any advice about that, he told her to keep her mind on finding a husband. And then that's really what women go to college for, is to get that MRS, the Mrs. degree, right? And he said, no one blames you. It's really a good thing to do, you know. And it was so piggish. It was so bad. And the last couple of times I read on him, even though he co-founded Turning Point, that was just a giant And in the old times, there were some parents that would send their daughters to college so she could get married to an educated man. So, way back in the day, there was some truth to that. But of course, not now. And that was a horrible thing to say to that girl. So I had to pick up my jaw off the ground. So I just want to see, is he still going to have to leave Turning Point? Because I think it's going to be very much like Tucker Carlson having to leave Fox News. See, good things have happened, you guys. You hang in there. Matt Gaetz is on a little bitty television OAN show interviewing Marjorie Taylor Greene. Miracles happen. Tucker Carlson isn't the big hoo-ha that he was on Fox. Now we got to get rid of Jesse Waters, but good things happen. You just hang in there. All right. Spoke too soon about the thunder. All right. Charlie Kirk, his future. Is he still going to do a face plant? Got the 10 of swords, and it looked very bad. So I feel like he's all pumped up. He's all of 31 years old. Just had his Saturn return at age of 29, What's he? Boy, he really went too far. He forgot he was being filmed, or he forgot people were there filming him. And he just went right for it. It's Charlie Kirk. Okay. This is going to hurt his whole organization there. He co-founded it with another man. I think the other man was older. Yeah. And he's going to be faced with a decision. He's going to be told he's having a problem. The youth do not like what he had to say about choices. And there are a number of wealthy donors that don't like what he said. Women will rise up against him, and he's in for a fight of his life, okay? And he's going to have to try to get away and try to make this better. So he's in for a big squabble. This is going to be a giant. It's going to be giant. Okay. It isn't a major arcana, but I think that, he's going to have to start over. This was really foolish of him. It was very, 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 he was just all up in his ego, much like JD Vance is. When I went back to watch that video, right before I came on here with you, of my dream, I had forgotten how many times Putin came up in the readings of the past year. And everything that had to do with our future being reset was all around Putin, Musk, and of course Trump, and this one other very wealthy man. Now, but Putin was all over it. And now the leader of Iran, or the person that's doing the negotiating, is going to go meet with Putin. So don't count him out. Hey, thank you, Lisa Foster. It's Lisa's birthday. Lisa's birthday week. Happy birthday, Lisa. All right. Let's take a quick look. Let's turn this around. Let's take a quick look at Kamala Harris. Will we be seeing more about her? Are we getting more good information coming out about her and the truth? I love it. You saw it pop right out. That doesn't happen by accident. Okay. What's going on with Kamala Harris? Is the truth coming out? The real winner comes to the forefront. Thank you, Miss Beth. That's very sweet of you. And in my dream, I even told my son, my youngest son, when I was crying in the dream, it was happy tears, but it was because I had cried terribly before the happy tears came. It was that ugly cry. And I had told my son what was given to Trump would be taken away. Okay, so she has changes of places, but there was a place she thought she was going in the interim, and that has changed. So there's a lot of change going on with her. She's met with a team of advisors for things that we are already privy, that we know about. There's a whole change of plans here, and specifically about how to temper to bring in the information, kind of like Obama's talk the other day. And now Clooney has come out with his Jim Jordan movie, right? How long did that take? And where can I watch that, you guys? So everything has to be tempered. 1 foot in the water, 1 foot in the land. I feel like it's all in good time, my little pretty. Oh my gosh. Okay. But don't be afeared. Do not be afeared. Okay. It's really tough. And a lot of things are going to go against our faith and what we believe to be right, good, and true. They're just the flying monkeys are there. It's going to get worse. Okay. And the wheel of fortune spins. There's our wheel. Oh my gosh, he's gonna do so great. I'm getting goosebumps. Tell me you're getting goosebumps. Okay, this is so great. And these are all, this is so great. Temperance, Hierophant, Wheel of Fortune, Sun. The Hangman is up here. She's not quite there yet, but man, she is rising up. This is really, 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 really good. Oh, HBO for the Clooney movie. Okay. Thank you very much. So this is super. Oops, that was lightning. Okay, so anyway, she's doing very well. She gets the Sun card, the Wheel card, the Hierophant. So keep the faith, keep her uppermost in your prayers. Ask for an archangel intervention to help her succeed and to be brought up in the truth of the light, and say your most benevolent prayers. We ask any and all beings to aid, assist, and provide help for Kamala Harris. So keep those all going, and this is really good. It isn't going to flip like a pancake. The truth comes out, but the whole thing isn't going to. The whole regime is not going to flip like a pancake. It will take tempering. It will take step by step by step, right? Because they're going into quicksand. So let's see now. And if you're just joining me, thank you for joining. Please hit the thumbs up button and subscribe if you're new here. Thank you. If you want a good laugh, I'm going to say it again. Go back and watch James Carville last video that he put out. He's a big Democratic leader and campaign person, organizer, and he talks about Trump's hands, and it's worth it. It's worth it to just get a Southern laugh from an old coot. Katie Moonchild, what's up? All right. So now we just got the most wonderful cards for Kamala Harris, right? So nothing else matters, right? Where's Metallica when you need them? Okay. One of my all-time favorite songs. All right. Let's see. Okay, so they're saying that Pete Hegseth, Hog's Breath Saloon, isn't in the talks. There goes the karma again, Lori. Better behave yourself. what's going on with him? What does his future look like? Pete Hegseth. Is he on his way out the door of the Pentagon? Is he going to be gone, boy, gone? It's everybody's birthday. Oh, good. He's going to have fights too. There's not enough popcorn for this. He is not having victory. Something went wrong. Something went foul. Does anybody know the net worth of Stephen Miller? Oh, there's a whole lot of gossip coming out here. His hands are tied. There's a big decision here. He's in real trouble. He's trying to get out of it. He's trying to make an offer. He's in real trouble. He's got one foot in the quicksand. He's trying to make an offer. They may try to put him somewhere else. That's what I'm seeing here. And Trump spoke on the tarmac before he went. He had a briefing with something. I guess he's Mr. Orange is heading off to Mar-a-Lago, and he said something about the farmers. We have to help the farmers. They all voted for me. He said they all voted for me, and I have to help them. And they've got some people there that have been working for 20 years, so they know how to handle the people that they've hired. So I think that we're working out something so that we can just hand over control of the people that they've hired to the farmers, and they'll control them. And I was like, you mean like slavery? Like undocumented worker slavery to the farm owner? Like, it's like, what? Oh my God. All right. Okay. All right. Hegseth's going down. What happens to Jim Jordan now that this movie's coming out? George Clooney. Thank you, Rose Blue, for the question. Oh, just a measly 10 to 15 million, Leslie, for Steve Miller. All right, let's see. Oh, he probably got in on the crypto thing somehow. All right, Hegseth's in big trouble. Jim Jordan. George Clooney's movie's coming out on Jim Jordan and the hiding up of the misconduct of where he was an assistant coach, right? He covered up bad misconduct towards other people. My stomach is calling because I'm very hungry. Was that thunder or my stomach? All right. What's going to happen to Jim Jordan? A change of fortune and the wheel goes around and the karmic wheel turns. What's the name of that soap? As the world turns. All right, he was sitting pretty. He had some star moments where he said he was going to go after Hunter Biden, and nope, now he's starting to regret his actions from the past. They're going to offer him a pass or a plea or a pardon. I wonder if he already has the pardon in his pocket. There will be people who part from him. He comes up against authority. And he has to leave. He's going to step down. He has to leave. So something happens to him. You got a lot of cups here, so I'm not sure how fast it happens, but you got 3 of swords here, so there's a fracturing. So his days are numbered. Couldn't have happened to a nicer guy. All right. Bless his heart. That's what I said about Kristi Noem. When she was apparently, don't say it, Lori, don't say it. I'm not going to say it. All right, I can't. I just can't. I'm being warned. Even though it's a joke, I'm being warned. All right. Does Gavin Newsom get to pull the plane, head of the plane, nose of the plane? Does he get to pull the nose of his plane up soon? Gavin Newsom had the fires, all the terrible weather, and having to deal with Trump. And at least he's trolling him. At least he's expert at trolling him. He knows what he's doing there. All right. We have a better time coming up here. The ruling doesn't mean that he loses all control. There's plenty of places to appeal and change, and especially now that they're going to do this grandstanding. And ICE and the National Guard may have interfered with other things that could have done with illegal possession of something, and where they should not have been taking over instead of the police. So Gavin Newsom, his future. New 8-week tarot course starting July 2nd. You can email me, thewayofpositivechange@gmail.com, and I'll send you the information. It starts July 2nd, 8 weeks, thewayofpositivechange@gmail.com. We still have space. Then I'll tell you more about the relationship class on tarot. It's going to be a one-day seminar. All right. So this looks good. When the protests happened, things got a little wonky for him here. But he has some good connection and karma on his side. He has good universal helpers here. He comes from a good base. He's got good karma. He likes to help. He does like to help other people. This isn't down here. He doesn't wait for other people to help. He likes being on an active board to help people. And he comes up here. He comes up as the Chariot. And that is the time of Cancer. So I think that the tide is turning for him quickly. This is good. He's got some important decisions to make. But he still has a problem with Trump. So what he's working on now, so he comes up, he's all right here, he's holding his own, but then he comes up to that wall of authority. So Trump still has the upper hand here. Gavin Newsom is trying to get the compromise on what Putin has on Trump. He is trying so hard to get at it that I bet he is even asking Kim Gargoyle to help him, he's trying everything that he can. And I said that because of the past lovers card here and choices. And so I think he's asking everybody he possibly can. And this would also be a woman who is secretive from the past, right? That the challenge to get to Trump is to get this information. And I think that's what he's working on it. I think he's so focused that it's hard for him to. He's dreaming of it. I'm telling you. Okay, that's all I'm going to say. Okay, he's all right, but he can't. He's up off the mat and he's standing his ground, and but he has to get the information he needs for the knockout round for Trump. All right. Now, speaking of Trump, let's take a quick look at his health. James Carville was talking about his hands for entertainment purposes only, and about how they were bruised before, and then they were bruised again when he dropped the papers with the guy from the UK, and he had to pick them up. Keir what's his name? Keir Starmer or something like that. And then I want to read on Stephen Miller, because that bad man has to go. He is the axis of evil. All right, but let's look at Trump's health. I think he's got all kinds of problems going on. No, he's had the hand thing before. He said, at first I thought it was maybe for IVs, but they would just use his arm. And then, if he has the best medical care possible. If he needed to have an IV, they could go there. There's a lot of other places they could go, right? If it was imperative. Well, I didn't expect that card to come up. Keep it karmically clean, Lori. Okay. Well, so what does that mean? Now, does that mean he's buying tickets to the park? No, that's not what it means. What it means is he's had a significant change that he has to face with his health. When this death card comes up, it means the road you're traveling on has changed. There's either a big fork in the road coming up or a turn, but it's inevitable that you have to take the turn or choose at the fork, right? So he can't, this is something you can't get out of. The change is here. He cannot delay it. He cannot continue the way he is. He thinks that he can continue the way he is, but he will not be able to continue the way he is. Because when you do things a certain way for a certain amount of time and you overreach, then change is imminent. Now, there's a lot of health people working with him to formulate a plan or work on preserving his health as best as they can, of course. But the change is here. The change is here. It's happening. And he's going to have to go get treatment. I need to see the 4 of Wands. He isn't sleeping. We already know that. He is concerned. But this doesn't work. This doesn't bode well for him. It isn't awful, but it just wasn't what he had expected. He thought he could be strong, and he didn't think that he would have health changes like this. There's something that is coming down the pike that is inherited from family. We already got that. I got from his mother's side. All right. And then he just continues to do things because he hopes that it won't get worse. And he fears that it will. It's in his hopes and fears place, right? And then here it comes out. So this is the Virgo card, and Virgo begins in the late part of August. So this could be part of our August information that we're looking for. And he will not be able to be in the public eye as much because the Hermit means you are sequestered so that you can work on your health, right? So let's just get, well, we don't need to. So we already know there. Okay. All right. And we did see that JD Vance might have to take over for a short period of time if he has to have a test or something like that. So it could be a little bit more than that, but I don't think it's giant. Because I asked that in that last reading too. All right. The Malevolent. Like, he's not even good enough to be a good vampire. He's even been rejected from the vampires and werewolves. Like, he can't even be in, he belongs nowhere. That's his problem. All right, so let's see. Stephen Miller. His future. Near future. Let's ask his near future. Stephen Miller. Zinny Cat. He's not getting the numbers he wanted. He thought he was going to be able to accomplish more, and he isn't. He's not happy with life anyway, and he's sad. He's by himself, right? Because Elon ran off with the wife goods. All right. He's thinking about it. He thinks about how he can come more into power, how he can be more successful, like the Nine of Pentacles. And I think he doesn't have a law license either. I think him and Jim Jordan, I know Jim Jordan took the bar but couldn't pass. But I don't know if Stephen Miller even attempted, or he did have a class, or I don't know. I know you guys will tell me. All right, so he has change coming up here too. He didn't reach his goal. He won't have the harvest that he had hoped for. Oh, his wife might come back for a visit. Maybe he can get a little bit of McWifey time in there. But then he has to, oh boy. Maybe she's just coming back to get a few things that didn't fit in her previous suitcase. Something. Maybe she left her voodoo doll of him in her room. She has to go back and get something. And then he is ousted, brought up to face the music. He's separated from the rest of the group. But he's still trying to work on a plan. He's going to really have a difficult time. Wow, he's evil. He goes from one evil thing to the next. Something doesn't pan out for him and he gets called out on it, and then he just starts to work on the next evil thing. Thank you, Julie. That's very sweet of you. All right. Will Kimberly Guilfoyle help Gavin Newsome get the goods on Trump? Will Kimberly Guilfoyle? She was his ex-McWifey, right? Will Kimberly Guilfoyle help her ex-husband, Gavin Newsome? Will she help him get the goods on Trump? Thank you, Julie. She's concerned. She's been thinking about it. She's been waiting for it. She's concerned about it. She feels like her hands are tied because of an agreement she made, but she is going to help him. She absolutely will help him. There's no other way. She doesn't want anybody to know about it. She's got it, and she's going against her own better judgment. She's got both of the blindfolds on, right? Both blindfolds out. All 78 cards, there's 2 cards that actually have blindfolds. 2 of Swords, 8 of Swords. She's absolutely 100%. That helps Kamala Harris. I bet they partied together. I bet. Wow, there's a history there. Okay. She is going to help him, and maybe some files that have to do with younger citizens. But she's definitely going to give him the goods. She's going to do it. Okay. There's no other way for me to take it. It's a big deal. Okay. Absolutely. And you and I are going to celebrate this. We won't know that it's coming from her. I mean, we'll know because now we know. But we're going to be dancing. Okay. All right. Now, let's go to, I want to ask one more question on Putin. Man, is Putin going down anytime soon? Please, is somebody taking Putin out? Is Putin going down anytime soon? Will he suffer defeat anytime soon? And we know Gabbard, Trump just threw, oops, sorry, Zinny Cat, Zin Bin. We know Gabbard's, he just threw her under the bus again, right? And Kash Patel is going to get thrown under too. We're going to watch them just, they're just going to they're going to get disappeared. Imagine that. All right. Putin's concerned. I don't usually see him concerned. His stature has changed. He does not feel, that's his card. He does not feel strength like he did before. He's actually concerned now. I have never seen this before. In all the time I've done readings, I've never seen it. He's afraid that he's not going to, some of the deals that he used to make aren't going to hold. He feels unstable, disorganized. He doesn't feel like he can, that things can line up the way they need to line up. And he will have to abandon a certain project or portions of a certain project. And then he's going to try to come up with another deal. Of course, because that's what you do. So you abandon part of it and you try to spin another web over here. And then there's more fighting. And then he's lying and more fighting and more deceitful fighting and dirty, underhanded tricks. And then he is not going to, history is not going to be that kind to him. It won't. Even Russian history, because he isn't going to get what he wants, and he will have to go, and he'll have to save face. So I don't think this is that far off. I think for being a non-emotional man, he's very emotional, and someone will try to offer to help him out, but he's going in a different direction. This does not work out the way he wanted. So it's not face planting, but it's just about. And I could say it's a face plant for him, right? He's already, technically, from what I'm seeing for what's going on right now, he's technically already face planted. In his mind, he feels weak. Okay. All right. Let's go on to you and I. What do our guides and angels want us to know about this coming weekend? Oh, I didn't ask if Trump was going down soon. Let's ask that first. We always have to ask that. It's mid-month. It's happy summer solstice. Change the question up. Is Trump going down anytime soon? Is he going to face plant? Is he going down? Is he done? Is Trump done? Is he going down? The wind going out of his sails. I'm not talking about his health. I'm talking about him being able to. He's not going to succeed. Is he going down? There is a dark-haired woman that will give the report. I'm still going on that Avril Haines report. And there will be a change for him. The Wheel of Fortune is on its side. Remember, that keeps coming up for Kamala. So this goes in her favor. So there's a change coming from him with something that is written, something that's a secret, something that's hidden, something that surfaces and changes. And he doesn't get the result he would like. He has to abandon an original plan. And he's wobbling. He isn't prepared or organized for what's coming. And there's his faceplate. And there's his tower. I think he's going to fall down. I'm still going to say he's falling down. He is unstable, faceplant tower, and then he gets back up, right? But he is going to have an unstable moment, and he could be mad, and that causes him to really lose it, and an explosive moment in some other way, and then he could, he might be on the golden throne when that happens. All right. But we wish no one ill will. We wish ill will to no one. All right, now let's go on to you and I, because we're the important people. You're the important people, right? All right, what do our guides and angels want us to know for this weekend? Summer solstice. Lots of fruit and whipped toppings and fruit and veggies and all the wonderful things that summer brings. Green bean salad. Motorwellen. I said it on purpose. All right. 2 church windows. 2 windows of faith. One that has the Kabbalah and the 5 of Pentacles, and the other one in the 4 of Swords with the benediction. So let's go to a unity gathering in all faiths, unity, whatever floats your boat, meditation, prayer, ask and you shall receive. Oh, the challenge is to get to a building where other people are, though. So let's try to go to a community meeting, gathering. Man, my brother goes to has a great one. Actually goes to 2, but there's one in Bellevue. There's the other church window. This is about lifting your faith. This is about believing that things are unseen. Remember, Tucker Carlson isn't on Fox anymore. Matt Gaetz was almost our attorney general, and he is gone and been sentenced to Owanon. He didn't even get a job at Fox. He couldn't even get the job at Fox. And MTG is right on his heels going out the door. Nobody likes her. Charlie Kirk is going. Jim Jordan's. Listen, there are good things, but you must have faith. This was our card of the day, the Way of Positive Change, Facebook, Instagram, Blue Sky. Thank you for finding me on there. Philia. Yay. Make sure I have your email. Text me your email. And everybody that's a membership for our psychic development classes and mini readings on Sundays, I need to have your email so that I can send you the Zoom link for our classes. Okay? All right. The angels and guides are trying to send offers and people to connect you, to use your spidey senses to know when you're receiving an offering. They're saying, please join up with other people. Go to the All Faiths events. Go to the community harvest thing. Go to this Druid or pagan celebration. Go to this strawberry festival or whatever it is. There's offers. There are people that work as connectors to help you reach your goals, but you have to go to the place. The challenge is you have to go to the place. All right. It's easier to stay at home. Of course it is. But then you're not listening to your guides. They give us opportunities, and we're looking at them as if they're boring. It's like when we need to have better health and someone says, tell you to drink water like I always do. And they say, oh, well, water is boring. And that's because you're not valuing it. You're not grateful for it. There's an offer or an opportunity here, and it may look like, I don't want to go to that place. But it's not about you going to the place. It's about who you're going to meet or who you give a message to about something it is that you're looking for or what your goals are. And then they go and have lunch with somebody and they tell that person, and that person is the connector to help you get what you want. So go to the meetings, go to the harvests, go to the play places. Don't be stuck. Wow, some of you guys are really stubborn. Okay. All right. And this is not you can do things online as well, but this is actually about getting out of your comfort zone, blurring the lines and breaking your rules and going to places that you've never been. The world is your oyster, and unless you go to them, you're not going to find your connector people. There's places that you're undervaluing because you haven't explored. This guy has to get out of his castle. All right, I'm getting off my stump. Both world cards? Are you kidding me? Believe in things and forces that are unseen, like quantum physics? Both faith cards? You can't make this stuff up, right? There it is. There it is in all its Rider-Waite information. Take the cup, challenge. Start saying yes. There goes Zinni. She's going to go explore. There's a whole another place out there. All right, you guys. Sometimes in order to meet the people we need to bring into our life, we need to go somewhere or talk to someone or do something that's not on our original bingo list. Okay? All right. But then it ends up in a bingo. All right. Email me. There are 2 tarot classes coming up. One that is a one-day seminar on July 28th, July 26th on a Saturday. That's $39.99, and you can email me thewayofpositivechange@gmail.com. That's just about relationships. Or you can come to the July 2nd, Wednesday, 8-week course, and you can email me at thewayofpositivechange@gmail.com. Okay, thewayofpositivechange@gmail.com, and I'll send you all the information this week. Have a lovely weekend. It's going to be great. You got to go to some meetups. You got to go to the places to meet the connector people, okay? It's our language. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Bye. Much love to you. Bye. It's your birthday every day.